I'm Maria Menounos, and you're tuned in to AfterBuzz TV, the ESPN of TV talk. Now, let the buzz begin.
Hey everybody, welcome back to our after show for To Catch a Beautician on VH1. It may have been a minute since y'all seen us, but we back.
Right, we back.
We are back to talk about the show. I have my amazing co-host Eric here with me today. What's going on, Eric?
Everything is good. I had to make sure my hair was good to catch a beautician, because if not, I would have had to pull my barber in for this after show.
Ooh. And then I, have this hat on because, I'm a little bald. But, in my head, I got long hair.
Right. That's all that matters. Do you feel good on the inside?
I do feel really
okay, because then you'll exude it on the outside, period.
So as I mentioned, we have not filmed a few episodes now. We have not filmed in a while, but we're back for episode 11. Are there any episodes, Eric, that you can remember that we maybe did not cover that we can do an honorable mention? Because the last one I thought was, I can't think of her name now, but there was one that you mentioned to me about one that passed.
Yes. What is Spivey?
Okay.
Britney Spivey. Yeah, she was a young beautician, trying to figure it out, didn't have a license. And then, she kind of messed up her friend's dreads. They were a little busted. And that was her specialty, but she specialized in busting them dreads. And, ultimately she got the education that she needed. And it was good. She was humble. She had good energy about her. You could tell that she really loved doing hair. But then at the end of the episode, you saw that they dedicated it to her because apparently she passed away in a ziplining accident in Mexico.
I know. So sad.
I know it's crazy because she was 22 at the time. So I'm only 26 and I'm sitting here watching this and she's just now getting the education. And just as she starts to get her footing, she loses her life. And I'm just like, wow, that's crazy. Real life perspective.
I'm still, and that's very unfortunate. I'm still just glad she was able to get the opportunity, to get that, to be able to, up her skills and perfect her craft before going to glory. So that actually was one of the episodes I was like, and it was kind of sad, finding it out later because I did research it too. And now we can talk about this week's episode. So this week's episode is actually interesting. I would say it's one of my favorites because it's about hair color. And in this episode, we have Asabi. And she wanted this Zendaya pixie cut hair. She wanted it blonde, and her beautician was actually her sister.
Right.
So, Asabi comes in, she gives a story. And you just find out a little bit more about her, with her sister. She says that, she didn't know about the precautions of it, whatever. And what do you think about Asabi? Because is it Asabi or Ashabi?
No, it's Ashabi. And I wrote it as Ashabi with an H so that way I can make sure I pronounced it correctly, but it's definitely Ashabi. Yeah. And her sister Kene. Now I will say that the pixie cut was super cute. Super cute what she wanted initially. Yes, not hers, not the attempt, baby. There was nothing cute about the attempt.
I was like, no, not that.
No, not at all. But I did want, Shabi is stunning. Her face, the bone structure, all of it. I was like, this girl is a stunner. And I also love that it had a real world connection when she started to talk about her whole struggle with postpartum depression. And it's just a really deep episode. And I enjoyed the family ties to it. What did Jay-Z say? Nobody wins when the family feuds.
Yeah, listen.
Yeah.
And they was definitely feuding. They had some underlying issues outside of his hair.
Because if you damage my hair like that, we got a problem. But they had some issues to work out. It was a good episode.
It was. I liked her. Now she was a little, I wanted more from her personality. I feel like she was a little reserved. She wasn't I guess maybe what I'm thinking about the previous people on the show, they're a little more this person my hair up, and she was just my sister, she messed up my hair. It was very, very okay, but the postpartum thing definitely, because I honestly I'm not female and I can't have kids.
Yeah, I have no idea.
I'm hearing a lot about it in the last few months. This Portia, Housewives, so things like that. I'm hearing a lot about it. So I think it was great that they brought that little aspect of education to the show because Tamar shared that she had postpartum. And
Right.
so that was interesting to hear as well. So it was just, she was very informative. Her story was very good. Her
Do you think
sister
she was?
Oh, go,
Do you
sorry, go
think
ahead.
she was subdued because she didn't want to throw her sister under the bus? Like she didn't want to like rag tag her?
I maybe that could have been one. I think so, but at the same time, she also came to the show. She came to the show.
Right.
So
Period.
it's like,
Yeah.
where is her, her way of explaining it was very like mild. She still came to the show versus, fixing it or having it done outside of the show. I know we all need to check and stuff like that, or whatever we need to do. But
Right.
I think if it was really about the sisterhood, she wouldn't have came to the show.
That's real. True.
So
because you're not gonna mess up your sister's bag like that, but who knows?
Exactly. So her sister, Kene, I love her name actually. So I was like, Kene. She is her older sister. She's 31. And when she meets up with Johnny, and she's, obviously thinks she's coming in for this opportunity. That just blows my mind every time. That really does.
Yeah. Girl, okay, right. I'm like, you must have really been giving it up before this moment for you to get this opportunity. Like,
yeah,
like, okay,
exactly.
That's what they believe.
They do, and so while he's going through her work, she actually comes forward because he asks her like any moment that you weren't proud of or something like that, and she mentions her sister and the hair. Now, I thought that was good. I thought it was like essential because most stylists, beauticians in the past episodes, they seem to forget about this mess up that they've done,
right?
But maybe because it was her sister. So what do you think about Kene, her story, just everything about what she had to say?
I think they're both gorgeous girls at the start.
Yeah,
like I was looking at them like, ooh, the skin. But like I also felt like it was a humble move for her to, talk about her mess up with Ashabi because it was a big mess up. And even though she didn't know the situation that she was walking into, it was like, okay, I'm putting this all out on the table because I really want to learn and I'm trying to improve. So I thought it was a very humble move on her part. I think she's very like face value. It is what it is. Like, I'm not about to sit here and lie to you. I told her X, Y, and Z. She ain't listen. I tried it and now her hair is fine. So I like her energy. Yeah, she was cool.
And the thing is, Ashabi, she did not say that. She didn't let them know. I will say the victims of this show, they always leave out something.
Right.
Okay. And she left out the fact that she didn't want her. She basically, it seems like based on what you hear, once they confront each other, that she basically was like, I don't care, just do my hair. Like, make my hair blonde, it's pixie cut. And it sounded like her sister, I actually believe her sister Kene. I think Kene did tell her, like, this is what's going to happen. Whether it was a look, she said a little hair, whether it's a little hair or a lot of hair. Breakage and falling out was something going to happen. So for me, it's like saying, like, no, like, you probably shouldn't do this. But she wanted her, Zendaya hair. So her hair fell out.
And that's when you know she's her sister, because it's like with another beautician, you probably wouldn't impress as hard because they're a professional and you assume that they know what they're talking about. But because it's her sister, she's like, girl, shut up and do my hair. Like, she was not trying to hear it. And she was in her postpartum phase, so she really was just not trying to hear logic. It's like, I need this, you my sister, hook it up. And now she's bold.
And so you also find out that there's like a little like tension and freedom between the two, because apparently she is now a wife, the younger sister Ashabi, and she had a baby, obviously we know. But her and her sister Kene obviously lived together at one point. And Kene kind of shares that she was, a little upset, not necessarily taking out her hair, but she has kind of like, they've had issues just leading up to this anyway, which could have been why she couldn't talk to her sister. Maybe that's why Ashabi didn't talk to Kene, because they had these issues. It sounded like she was like, she just left me. But I'm like, girl, you're grown. I don't know what this pact that they made.
Right.
I guess it's sisters,
maybe
to stay together. But it sounds like, okay, you got to let her grow up, because she's baby sister. She didn't got married. She didn't got a baby. Like, at this point, like, I don't know what else explanation Kene would have needed to realize like, my sister's growing up. Let me just let her go on off on her own. What do you think?
Yeah, and I know that we saw the mom later on in the episode, but we don't know what their family situation was at the time or their financial situation. So maybe it was kind of like for the sake of stability, let's do this together. That way, if you hit some hard times, I got you, and vice versa. So I get it, but I can also see how it may have affected her communication when it came to this hair moment. That was a good point because I didn't think about that.
I didn't think about it until I was saying. I was like, oh yeah. I was like, that's why.
I like both moments.
It was. So with that happening, her sister also didn't even know she had postpartum. And this is, I think I don't know if she was living with her at that time or if she had to move out. I don't really know, but it seems like they just have communication issues. Like it's something with communication that they need to bridge. And that goes from the hair mess up to the postpartum to the moving out. There's like communication on top of the other. So
yeah.
But I admire them. Like you can tell they're really sisters.
Yeah, and I don't know like all that postpartum entails, but if it's a situation where she feels super vulnerable and she feels like nobody's gonna understand and she doesn't even feel like she's herself, how do you properly express that to the next person without somebody looking at you like you're crazy? And I can't guarantee that just because her sister has a child that she knows what it's like to go through postpartum depression. Right. So I'm like, maybe she just felt like I was completely out of touch. And I'm glad that Tamar was there to kind of advocate on her behalf, because if not, for those who, are uninformed about what happens during postpartum depression, you may be like, oh, Ashabi's just being dramatic. She's a bad sister, blah, 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 blah. But to have Tamar there as a co-signer, it's like, okay, maybe this is really like a thing that certain women struggle with. And maybe there's some validity in her not being able to talk to Kene.
That's true. And honestly, that's really what it gave, that she just didn't know how to express herself, but maybe if she would even be able to relate. But it's not like her sister knows. It's like her sister knows what postpartum is. So I think she probably would empathize with it maybe a little more than she already is now. So that was that on that. And then, of course, we get into the situation where they show her how to color the hair. They're going to fix her hair. And of course, the big no-no that you learn in this episode is not to put bleach on relaxed hair.
Which I had no idea.
Let me say this. I feel like I may have known this, but not really. I bleached my beard a lot, but not right now.
Okay.
And I used to bleach my hair a lot too. That may be why it's gone. I don't You know what? I think you know what?
Your words, not mine.
I've never put relaxer on my hair. I just go from bleach to my hair. So that's not why I'm bald. Let me take that back.
Okay. It looks good on you though. It's glowing and stuff, all healthy.
It's a little oil, child. But so I just found that to be very informative, like about color, because people like in color is a very popular thing. People just go and do color. I do my own color myself too, but it was good to listen and learn. And she was really taking notes because this really wasn't about the pixie cut. It was about the color and the bleaching and chemical usage. I think that's really what this episode was about. She
didn't even get to the pixie cut.
Yeah, she really did. And it was more so about color because and bleaching, because that was the issue. And did you do you feel like she was receptive of everything? Because she seems very fun. I liked her.
Yeah, and I think it makes sense for any beautician that gets on the show to not remain defensive once they're getting the training, because most of them come on the show with no license. So it's like, if Johnny Wright is here teaching you this, you probably should get the education that can get you closer to where you need to be. What I don't understand with this show, though, how come during the initial stage when the interview happens, everyone specializes in what they mess up? Like, why is she good at coloring? Or she likes to do coloring, but the girls like to do dreads, but they do bad dreads. I'm like, so what? If you can't hit your specialization, then what are you good for, baby girl?
Well, she says she was good at braids.
She said she was good at braids, but she likes doing colors.
Okay,
that's what she said.
But I think that was also that was also one thing that she was, I guess, worried about. Was that because he asked her something about like one thing that not that she struggles with, but something that she is a little shaky about doing. I thought that was bleaching. I could be wrong. Maybe I misinterpreted it, but that is very true. Like a lot of the girls, I remember the very first episode we watched, the girl, she was like, I'm specialized in natural hair. And the issue was natural hair.
Right. Like I do good sew-ins, but then half the hair was out. I'm like, well girl, someone is lying about the brand, right? So I don't know.
That's crazy. I thought she was very receptive of it, and then I liked that little kumbaya moment that they had to. They talked a little bit, because it was
Yeah.
needed. Just the family aspect of it. I don't know. It was a good, peaceful episode. And I know we got to talk about the ending too, but it was good. It was good and peaceful. I think,
Yeah.
compared to others, and I guess it was that way because of family.
Yeah,
You know,
I think so.
but I
Yeah.
want some mess. I want some mess.
Period. This is on
That's what
VH1
I
for
really
a
like.
reason. I need someone to flip the chair, throw
Exactly.
bleach and cream at each other. Like, let's get ugly.
I need one
Yeah.
big blow up that's like doesn't seem to phase from it, to be honest. So
Right. Maybe later in the season.
I know, because we got about what, like 2 more episodes left, 9 more
9,
episodes left.
10. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So hopefully,
Someone better get crazy.
exactly. And then so we get the final reveal of this hair,
Yes.
and the hair looks good. The hair looks good.
She ate it up.
She did. Okay, you give me what you think about her eating it up. She ate it up. She gave a little
You-
death drop. I was like, I can't do that myself.
I'm like, you've been in the scene a few times. The girls have given you a 10. Yes.
Exactly.
Because I was like, oh wow, I can't even get down like that. I had to check my vibranium knees. You know, I'm trying to be on my Meg summer stuff. But she ate that up. She was so cute. But what
And I
was
wasn't getting that from her. She was
at all.
That's not she gave me, like, she had, first of all, she had the scarf on. She was giving very
Right.
much so Mother Nature.
Right.
You know, just like,
Not
and then
Mother
she come
Nature.
out giving like, hey.
Legendary. Tens across the board. It's
Very
called
legendary.
Pose. Yes. Mm-hmm. So I didn't. I guess that is the change that some hair will do to you. I guess because we saw a new girl at the end of it. I was like, all right,
a whole new girl.
Mm-hmm. I was kind of disappointed that Kene wasn't able to take on the full transformation because she wasn't licensed. Like, I wanted to see her apply the bleach. I wanted to see her do the whole transformation, but I guess it's like illegal for her to do it. I don't know the ins and outs of cosmetology.
Yeah.
But it would have been good to see her apply the skills. But either way, I know that he let her finish up in the end, and it was late because I was worried about the texture of her hair. Because when she first came in, it was real grainy and like peasy and stuff. So I'm like, how are they going to get that to be straight and like, straight enough for it to give me the pixie cut? But she looked damn good. What did you think?
I thought it looked good, especially from the beginning. But I'm like, was there more pieces in there? Because I don't know how long her hair was, but I don't think it was long enough to give that. And it wasn't a long pixie cut, but it was a little longer. I feel like it was a little more in there. Or maybe
the strands were like longer than what I saw.
It was. I'm thinking it may have been like a little wig, because they do have pixie cut wigs. It was giving very Nene season 7.
Yeah.
Or 6 was it 6? One of the seasons in Puerto Rico.
Yep. With the comb.
Or old Nene.
Yeah.
So I was just curious, like, how did they get all of that out of that? But they got it. She looked good. She came twirling and dipping. She dipped and dropped. And I got my life. I was like, I'm happy for her. Like, I was happy for her. And like you said, I wish Kene could got more involved, but then maybe there's more to it. I be bleaching my own hair, so I hope I ain't violating nothing. But
Right. No, it's your scalp.
Yeah. So
they ain't gonna tell you nothing.
Any final thoughts about the episode?
I just enjoyed it. I think that it was a good balance between like emotional drama, because it wasn't given like Bravo, VH1, like I Love New York, Flavor of Love drama, but it was like emotional drama. And then it was educational. We learned about hair, but we also learned a bit about postpartum. And then seeing the repairing of family ties. I think it was solid TV. I enjoyed the episode. And I feel like it was a good side of Tamar too. She didn't give us, her high level Tamar self. She gave us like woman to woman. I feel your pain, Tamar. So. And that was valid. I enjoyed it. What about you?
No, I agree. I think like you said about Tamar, it was spot on. Like, she didn't give her usual like high stuff. And I think because of the subject, because of the topic, it didn't require all of that. It just needed more understanding and for the family members to communicate. So I thought it was good.
Mm-hmm. It was a cute episode. Very cute.
Mm-hmm. Very much so. And you know what's even cuter?
What?
Is this game that you got for us for our special segment. I don't know what it is, but I'm excited. So let's go.
I'm super excited. Ladies and gentlemen, we are about to play Moments in Hairstory. So I give you a few clues and you have to try and gather the information and tell me what you think. I'm talking about who the actress may be, what the song moment may be, or the movie title. But before that, we just want to thank you all for tuning into AfterBuzz TV. We love providing you with this content. But if you like it as much as we do, feel free to head to our YouTube channel and like, share, subscribe, comment, because that keeps the content flowing. And don't you want to see our effervescent faces?
Yeah. Look at these faces.
So please let us know, give us 5 stars, leave comments so that way we can respond to them, and let's make it a community effort, period.
Yes.
And now, on to Moments in Hairstory. You ready, Cortez?
I'm scared because last time I didn't do that well. We're going to hopefully I do better this time.
You know what? It's a new day. It's a new day. I think you got this. I really hope you got this. Okay,
new day, new hair.
Number 1. I was in a movie called The Salon. I was the main character, a single mom, and I also have the last name of an animal.
Oh,
who is this actress?
Why I know that movie Salon though? I know that movie. Of an animal?
The last name of an animal.
I feel like I'm on the spot. Can I have another clue?
I was also in a movie called Two Can Play That Game.
I can't think of her name. I feel so bad. If you're watching this, don't take my card.
You know they about to snatch her.
Don't take my card. Who is it?
It's Vivica A. Fox.
Oh, dang. Okay, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
That's okay.
If you had to say set it off, I would be like, oh. I'm like, dang,
really?
The game.
Well, but then you have like 4 other girls that you have to go through first.
Or maybe like Toxic Trick, something like that. I don't know. Anyway, this is your segment.
Okay, number 2. I was a part of the iconic rap group Rough Riders, and I was known for my short red and blonde hairstyles.
E?
Mm-hmm. You got it.
Okay. Yeah,
that's
I remember.
How you doing?
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. Number 3. I was / am a rapper and reality star. People made fun of me for perming my hair. I'm a male too.
Oh, say what's cool one more time?
I was / am a rapper and a reality star on VH1. People made fun of me for perming my hair.
What is his name? Young Jock.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, when you said make fun, I was like, okay, and then you said perm your hair. Exactly.
Yeah, the girls were dragging that perm. Number 4. I was a soul singer with a very tragic backstory. When I was alive, you would usually see me sporting a beehive hairstyle. I'll give it to you one more time. I was a soul singer with a very tragic backstory. When I was alive, you would usually see me sporting a beehive hairstyle.
This may sound correct. Aretha?
Mm-mm.
Oh, Aretha?
She's actually not black. She's not black. She's soulful.
Beehive.
She's white, and she went through a lot of like abuse. Like not abuse, but like she had an addiction problem.
I'm trying to think of who's not alive that I can think of right now. Because you lost me when you said they're not alive, and I am mad. Who is it?
Think of Rehab.
Oh, Amy Winehouse. Oh, Beehive.
There you go.
Yeah. It's not really a beehive though. It's kind of like, yeah, I guess it is.
It is a beehive. Trying to finesse the
really
information. But that was all for Moments in Hairstory.
I got 2 out of 4. Well,
yeah.
3 out of 4. It's okay. Next time, I'm gonna go look at some hairstyles and stuff like that and try some wigs out.
This.
That'll be good.
Mm-hmm. No. Watch some more black movies because you played with 2 to play that game. Talk about Toxic Tricks.
Get my car back. So thank you for that special segment. I actually enjoy because I love hair in terms of, I don't do hair, but I have like a bag of wigs because I like hair. Because I got none. So thank you for the special segment.
You're welcome.
If nothing else, I think we have come to the end of our show today. We have discussed a lot. This episode, like I said, was really good, very informative, and very close to family. Like I thought it was very essential for what the show gives, and also gives a balance.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
do you want to let everyone know where they can find you on social media, Eric?
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, keep up with the kid on Instagram at The World According to Eric, Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube at Eric Devontae.
Okay. Make sure y'all do that. Make sure y'all follow him and like him. All of those things.
What about you, Cortez?
The same for me on Instagram at Stupid Wild Tez. We can talk about this show and many other shows.
Make sure y'all check him out. We love to converse with you guys, so please feel free to hit us up. And like I said, like, share, subscribe, comment.
Okay. Well, if nothing else, we are going to get out of here. We'll see you guys next week for episode 12. And until then, we'll holler later. Bye.
Our founder, Keven Undergaro, and me, Maria Menounos, would like to thank you for tuning in to AfterBuzz TV. Remember, we're not just the first, we're the biggest in the world, and we're the only destination for all your favorite TV shows. Whatever you crave, we've got it. So go to AfterBuzzTV.com and check out our lineup. Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.